I've been lucky enough to get my hands on a 27.5-inch bike. It's a week old. Giant have brought out a whole new range of 27.5-inch bikes for their 2014 range. And the last 18 months I've been riding a 29er, and prior to that it was the good old 26-inch Anthem models. The first time I hopped on this bike, instantly it was like, oh wow, this is just like a 26-inch Anthem. And it felt really easy to set up. I'm only a short person, 165 centimetres tall, 5 foot 6 inches. So for me to set myself up on this bike, it was a breeze. On a 29er, it's a lot of setup to get that feeling that you're racing, like in a racing position. So definitely it feels flighty, it feels feisty, it wants to eat up all the corners, and I would just say it feels like a fun machine. Obviously, it's a half size. You've got your 29-inch, you've got your 26-inch, 27.5 obviously is in the middle. So when you approach obstacles such as logs or roots or jumps or anything like that, that angle of attack is fairly similar to a 29er. It gives you that little bit of confidence that if you don't quite get your timing right, the wheel's going to get over things quite nicely. On the contrary though, in comparison to a 29er, it feels a lot easier to accelerate uphills when you're starting, certainly through corners. It's taken me a week of riding this bike to get that right edge, that right angle through corners. So I'm being used to railing it through the big corners with the big bike. Definitely it feels more like a 26-inch in its pure handling. In a week's time, I'll be riding this bike at the Wembo 24-Hour World Solo Championships in Canberra at Mount Stromlo. I think it's the perfect bike for that kind of course. There's lots of climbing. It's kind of technical single-track climbing. It's got lots of descending with more technical single-track and flow. And look, I just think it's going to be the best of both worlds. I'll be able to let off the brakes and it will roll. But at the same time, as soon as I pedal, it will accelerate. I'm looking forward to giving a report when I'm finished, but I think it's that perfect mix between the 29er and the 26. I think this 27.5-inch bike is that perfect bike for people my height, but also people who like riding a 26-inch bike, but, you know, don't want to be disadvantaged by wheel size. This is the perfect compromise.